the first thing is that when we have when we get a surprise like that, is to not judge it. That's number one. Simply because as much as it's been created, as I said before, it can be uncreated. The second and most important part is simply to accept it. Okay, acceptance is crucial. Now, it's not passive acceptance, like roll over and show your belly acceptance and resignation. It's acceptance so that you can actually take action to change it, if you want to change it. In acceptance, you are able to say, okay, well, how is that belief serving me? Because maybe the ruthlessness is giving you the discipline to be more finite with your money, to be more in control of your money. So there might be a positive benefit. So it's looking at, well, what's the gain? So it may not be that it makes you ruthless, because again, we're going into identity. It doesn't mean you are ruthless, but you can have a ruthless attitude. Is that wrong? Well, if it serves you well to your intent, which is to become a philanthropic benefactor to, a group of people or whatever it is that your purpose might be, then fine. In NLP, we have things called meta programs. So things like, some people are big picture, other people are detailed. Okay, so, you think of a business board meeting, you've got a bunch of senior leaders, mostly big picture, and they get the head accountant to come in, who gives them the detail. And they're like, just give us the bottom line and leave, because they don't want to deal with it. Okay, so there's preferences. This is what we just call preferences. So some people like everything to be the same. Other people like difference. They like change. And the one that I'm referring to here is what's called away from and towards. So the idea that you might have a belief of ruthlessness, you may not like, and therefore you're away from it. Okay, so your attitude towards it is away from, if that makes sense. And so if you don't want that belief, then pivot towards what you do want instead. The way life works is that where we pay attention, our creative energy goes, and then that will grow or maintain. So much of the time we are looking at what we don't want. Therefore, we are getting what we don't want unconsciously, subconsciously. So to make it conscious, which is what we're doing, and then pivoting towards what we'd prefer is the process. So it's that pivot, but it's accepting it first, because if we are in resistance, what we resist persists.
Right.
Yeah. So if we are in resistance to it, we're not accepting it. Therefore, we fight it, which means our attention is on what we don't want, and we keep getting what we don't want, and that we get into that cycle. So we need to pivot towards what we do want. And if you understand that if you don't want something, by proxy, you already know what you do want. And if it helps, write a list. I don't want this, 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 and this, and this. I do want this, this, and this, and this as parallels. And then you know exactly what to pivot to, because clarity is the form of, enables clear, direct action. The clearer you are on what you want, the easier you'll get it.